Hi guys, today I'll be talking to you about whether or not to manufacture your collections in the UK or abroad. So in my opinion, I think that producing your collection overseas is massively overrated. From what I've seen, a lot of startup brands, they tend to think that the default decision would be to take your collection abroad just because you'll get a cheaper production price. Now, that's true. But of the 15 years I've been in the fashion industry, of all the brands that I've owned, I've never had any of the collections produced abroad. Now that's been a very intentional decision that I've taken because I, as a business person, I've wanted to actively invest within the UK economy. Now that's been from my high-end brand, which is Emile Vidal to one of my first brands, which was High Street, selling in Topshop and ASOS. Even those pieces were made in the UK. In fact, they're made in East London. So as I said, the personal mantra that I have for my brands is to always have the products made within the UK. So what you'll have to do as a startup designer or even established designer is decide whether or not the ethos of your brand will be heavily contingent upon having the products made within British shores. So I'm just going to go off on a bit of a tangent here on this note of British products and British values. I see a lot of brands adopting the whole British theme within their branding, which is really good, but I see most brands doing it wrong. They tend to throw in the Great British flag within their brand imagery somewhere, and then they'll throw in the obligatory word heritage in there, which is so ubiquitous. If you are going to push the whole we are the British brand narrative, try and be innovative with it, or just don't do it at all. Okay, so back to the manufacturing. I think that when you are producing anything under 200 units thereabout, I would advise that you stay within the UK to do your production order. Now, you're guaranteed to get a cheaper production price per unit abroad, but by the time you factored in, I don't know, shipping your fabrics from the supplier to the factory, you factored in shipping costs, taxes to get your order from the factory to your office in London, you're probably going to be paying the same or similar amount of price that you would be paying as doing it within the UK. And that's what the numbers seem to suggest. Now, here's another reason. During manufacturing, there's always something that's going to go wrong, however minute. The difference is, if something goes wrong in China, the likelihood is you're going to have to fly over there, pay for a hotel, take time off work, learn the language, have spending money, and then come back. And sometimes the problem isn't always rectified within the short period of time that you spent over there. Now just think, if you're making within the UK and anything goes wrong, you just hop in the car, drive down to the factory, and most of the times it'll be sorted quite quickly. So that's what I think making within the UK is your better option. However, if your numbers do stack up and it's more financially viable to produce your stuff abroad, then by all means go ahead. So here's two bits of advice that I'll give to startup designers and established designers. Whenever you're using a factory, always try and go on recommendation. It's kind of like choosing a hairdresser. Seldom would you let someone cut your hair without them having some sort of good online reviews or a good friend recommending you to them, because that's kind of like a rubber stamp that, yeah, they're very good. The second bit of advice that I'll give to you designers is always make sure that you meet the factory in person first. This is so important because in my experience, it's always helped the lines of communication when I've met somebody in person. Whenever things have gone wrong in the production process, they always seem to be a bit more willing to help out or be a bit more amicable than if I haven't met them first. So those of you that are listening to this video, especially you British designers, and thinking, where on earth do I start by finding a British manufacturer? There's a wonderful initiative run by a lady called Kate Hills, and it's called Make It British. And she's basically trying to bring the UK manufacturing back to where it was 20 years ago. She's doing a fantastic job. And then there's another company called the London Pattern Cutter, run by a great guy called Bill Johnston, and they both do some fantastic work. So check them both out. Now, one final bit of advice that I'm going to give to you is when you're dealing with a factory, make sure they sign an NDA or a non-disclosure agreement. Now, that's a legally binding document that acts as a record that the factory's been privy to the IP of your concept pre the official release date. And it also acts as a way for you to set the terms in which the factory must conduct themselves during the duration of your working relationship, should anything go wrong. One situation happened to me years ago was that we had a factory that were producing excess of our goods and then selling it to all these stores. But I didn't have a non-disclosure agreement at the time, so really and truly I didn't have a legal leg to stand on. So that's where NDAs come really handy. So I just want to wish you guys good luck when you start your manufacturing. Enjoy the process. Thanks for listening to the video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video.